Hi, I'm Eric, and this is Adventures in Golf. For this episode, we traveled to Egypt, where it turns out there are more pyramids than golf courses. And this is the oldest one. We actually traveled to Egypt thinking that we were going to play Mena House, which is the famous sort of golf course at the base of the pyramids. But between the time when, we booked our flights and when we arrived, we learned that it's closed for renovations. So with that not being available, we decided to come to Gezira Sporting Club, which is, something that kind of exists all over Egypt.
Sporting clubs are the only places in Egypt where budding and professional athletes can practice and participate in championship sports, offering football, basketball, tennis, squash, croquet, horse riding, cricket, and of course, golf. Founded in 1882, the Gezira Sporting Club is the oldest and largest club in Egypt.
I'm Mena House. I'm member of the golf committee.
Iman Afra, a lifelong club member, invites us into the committee room to learn more about this historic course.
Established in 1882 for the British Army.
Wow.
Originally, the sports club was exclusively for high-ranking British military officers and foreign aristocrats. Membership was elected by a committee selecting only those from the Egyptian elite. The club maintained this exclusivity through World War II.
After the 1952 revolution, half of it was taken of the land. So now we have 90 boxes and 18 games.
Oh, wow.
So you do the round twice.
In 1952, the club was nationalized for the benefit of the poorer majority. And as a result, the course was cut in half, giving 9 holes to the Gezira Youth Center to promote sports among all Egyptians. Since then, the course has remained relatively unchanged.
So we're going to play with 2 of the pros here at Jazeera. Maybe get a little game going, we'll see. This is the scorecard? Very good. All right, there we go. Simple out and back there.
This is awesome.
Who's better?
Yeah. Like him.
You?
This is like
Me, say.
Egypt, upper corner. Shukran. How do you say good luck in Egyptian?
Haz Saeed.
Haza Saeed?
Egyptian Haz Saeed. Good luck.
That came pretty close to dunking, I'll be honest. It came right across the stick. It's the closest I've been to a hole-in-one in a while, actually. Can we talk about golf in Egypt? Is it popular?
Yes, I think yes. Now we have many golf courses now around Cairo in the suburbs.
Are there any actual public courses in Cairo?
No.
No.
But here
Winding
you can
down.
pay a ticket and come and play if you're not a member.
Wait, so anyone can come play here?
Yes, you pay a little more extra more. You pay a ticket at the door to come in, and you come and play.
So that means it is a public course, kind of.
Kind of.
It's open to the public in the
It's
sense
open
that...
to all golfers.
It's so cool being out here. Even just on the first couple of holes, you come out here and you really get to see why golf is so special. I mean, where else is there a huge open park with, nothing crazy going on? It's very peaceful, and like golf kind of always has that with it. Hopefully that becomes, for the people of Cairo and Egypt in general, and all the countries where golf is not a major sport, an attracting factor to play.
We're trying to get children and juniors to play because we know they are the future for golf. Because we are getting older and we're getting more injured. So we need fresh blood, new blood to make it.
That's important, I think, to grow in golf, especially in a culture that, relatively speaking, there are very few golf courses here, to the world.
To the world, yes.
Nice ball. This guy can play. Both on opposite sides of the green. I'm 2 down, if we're playing a match. And, if I go 4 down, We're not playing a match anymore, so that's how it works. Seems to be some type of cemetery for pets. I suppose it's a nice resting place. It'd be nice to be buried by a golf course. Have you played Mena House?
Yes.
What's it like?
It was amazing because you have the pyramid behind you.
Fortunately, Mena House is not the only course to feature one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world. Opened earlier this year, Newgiza Golf Club allows golfers to tee off with views of the Great Pyramids of Giza, which is where I'm meeting Tim Lobb, one of the course architects.
Before we're even going to see the golf course that he designed, Newgiza, we're going to see the old Giza. Is that kind of how you refer to the two of them?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the new Giza's it's about 6 kilometres away from here.
Perfect.
So we'll get a view of the pyramids when we get to the site.
While walking in the shadows of the Great Pyramids, Tim tells me how inspirational they were in the design of the golf course, not only as an amazing backdrop, but in the course itself. You see, Newgiza is situated within an old limestone quarry, which was likely used in their construction. And with that history in mind, their goal was to keep the features of the quarry as much as possible to, in Tim's words, quote, tell the story of the land, a story that I'm excited to hear.
When we started to lay out the golf course, we knew we wanted to get in this valley through here, and we saw a connection there, but we couldn't work out how to get down there. So we decided on doing a big drop par 3, and it's actually about 24 metres of drop, which is what, 70, 80 feet of drop.
Yeah, this is a pretty extreme version of a par 3. This is the kind of hole where 4th hole, starting to find the center of the club face maybe. You walk up and you're faced with a lot of questions. Also, your first view of the pyramids.
On the property, we knew certain places that we need to get to, and this was one spot that we knew had a great view and really make it, hopefully, a standout point for golf in Egypt.
Let's hit a shot.
Okay. Nice hit. Back.
Oh, back of the green, okay.
After checking the course out from above, Tim brings us down below to see more of its unique features.
Tried to keep as many of the vertical walls as possible. You can see some left, some right up there.
Yeah.
And we tried to put in the strategy. The one in right is actually at the second landing zone, so instead of putting a bunker, we tried to keep the rock and jut it into the fairway as much as possible. So
we're kind of in a huge bunker.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I think Tim, he used all his experience to create such a lovely golf course here, where he used the natural of the place, which is a rocky place, you know, and he used this to build, let's say, to engrave the golf course inside the rocks. It's really fantastic. It's a piece of art.
I think definitely the landscape was something we really got involved with, and we were very passionate that you know, it had to be a semi type arid landscape. So there is still sand out there. You might go to a lot of courses in the desert where there'll just be green grass everywhere. We've tried to, you know, create some waste areas in between the tees. I'd love people to come here and go, this was a quarry. How the hell is this a golf course now? That would be fantastic if somebody could still see that this is a quarry.
As I wrap up my time here in Egypt, one thing is for certain. Whether you're teeing off on the oldest course or birdie putting on the newest, the goal of each is the same: to create an environment to foster growth in the game of golf. And ultimately, that's what these adventures are all about.